Biafra, superstars, media.
The Nigerian government has condemned Canada for denying visas to its senior military officers, including the head of the military. Chief of Defense Staff Gen. Christopher Musa said half of his delegation, who were supposed to be in Canada for an official assignment on Wednesday, were left in Nigeria after not getting the correct paperwork. Interior Minister Olabunmi Tunji condemned the action by Canadian officials, terming it disrespectful to the West African country. The Canadian High Commission in Nigeria said it was aware of the matter, but declined to give further details for privacy reasons on the specific individuals involved. It comes 2 weeks after Canada introduced new regulations that grant immigration officers explicit authority to cancel temporary resident documents under specific circumstances. The changes were aimed at bolstering border security, maintaining the integrity of visa programs, and protecting public safety, according to the Canadian authorities. Speaking on Thursday, Gen. Musa said how he and his colleagues were blocked from attending an event in Canada meant to honor war veterans. We were invited along with our team, but while half of us got visas, the other half was denied. It's very disappointing, he added. He termed the incident a wake-up call for Nigeria to strengthen its sovereignty and refuse to be taken for granted. Nuhu Ribadu, a national security advisor, who spoke at the same event on Thursday, expressed disappointment at the move, calling it disrespectful, saying Canada can go to hell. This is yet another reason we must work hard to make Nigeria work, Mr. Ribadu added. During an interview on Nigerian TV on Friday, Tunji Ojo said Canada's action was unjustifiable, noting that diplomatic channels could have been used to address any concerns. If that can happen to the Chief of Defense Staff, then I am worried for an average Nigerian, the Interior Minister said. He was, however, hopeful that the matter would be resolved diplomatically to ensure mutual respect between both nations.
My people, now how on a day? My Biafran people, how on a day? I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending from where you listen to the sound of my voice. My people, no time for introduction because I've been very busy this past few days. And in the next 2 weeks, my schedule will be very, very busy. But I took my time to do a research on this man they called Musa. This Fulani man they call Christopher. A taboo. An irony. I want you to know, my people, from what you've just heard, that actually this man is going through a terrorist, situation. He's on the watch list. Forget the nonsense they are talking about. Forget the games they are playing, the PR stunts they did. What they did was to test the water, to test the ground, to see if their name is on the list of those who are most wanted internationally for war crimes. You know what they did in Okoma, the killings of Christians in that so-called Nigeria, the killings of Biafrans for asking for independence, for asking for referendum. Right now, what you are seeing is the webpage of the Invictus game taking place in Canada, Vancouver, Canada, to be more precise. And guess what? The event was scheduled for Saturday, the 8th of February to Sunday, the 16th of February. I want you to underline those dates because they'll be very vital in our analysis when I go in depth. Saturday, the 8th of February was the beginning of the event. This event is for the wounded, the veterans in war all across the whole world. And it is designed to make them become, relevant and competitive among themselves. It's more like a charity stuff. As you are watching it, you're also buying tickets, you are, donating, and at the end, some amount of the money will now go back to support the welfare of those, military men. But you and I know, in the case of that so-called Nigeria, the money they send back to Nigeria military people like Musa to manage the welfare of those wounded veterans, the injured veterans, you and I know the money goes into thin air. Python will come and swallow it. So at this point, Musa said, oh, guess what? A first batch of us, my military men, went. It's the second group that did not get a visa. That's a lie from the pit of hell. I've done my research. I've done some inquiry. I have called Canada customer service. It is possible. Go and do your research. The attendees from Nigeria that he called the first batch of his military men, no, it was those that were doing the competition. And they were there way ahead before the 8th of February, which was Saturday last week. They were there. And it will last for just 8 days. From Saturday, 8th February to Sunday, 16th February. If you are watching this video today is the 16th. Today is the last day. But guess what? Christopher Musa and his men, they applied for their so-called visa on the 12th of February. I believe that was a Wednesday. Can you now see the game? They think it is in Nigeria where you are lawless. Everything goes. What they did was to test the ground to see if their name is really in the terrorist, in the watch list for terrorism and the rest of them. So the first count is for the fact you are applying on the 12th when an event has already started. It means your intention for going to Canada has been flawed. You have a different plan. And secondly, all his men, his general, who were going there to go and waste money. I repeat, they were going there to waste the public funds from the oil proceeds of the Biafran crude oil. Canada has to stop them. Because the real people who are going there to compete, the injured veterans, they were already there doing their competition. And I'll show you proof. Fellow Biafrans, lend me your ears. I keep telling you, say me, when I take my time to do research, people go shock. Say, this guy, where is he getting this info from? Where is he getting his information from? Now, let us go deeper on this website. The one you are seeing here is the mobile site. I will go to the desktop site for you to see the PR that even Canada they are doing because their hands are clean. So in their PR, they had to put the contestants of Nigeria at the front page. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Follow me in this journey. Follow who know road. Boom. What you are seeing here, the man dressed in green in your right-hand side is a Nigerian athlete. One of them. He's there doing his thing. It's a PR because to let you know the deaf, dumb, and blind in Nigeria, to let you know that the nonsense your military people are saying is out of point, obiter dictum. The main fact is the competitors, the real competitors, those that have a business to go to Canada, they are there in Canada. As you can see, this is the way Western world they operate. They don't come out to shout with you. They will put it to your face with empirical facts and data. What you are seeing here now, it shows you say those from Nigeria, that shithole that went to compete, the injured soldiers that this charity, event is for, done by Prince Harry, I believe. The people that is meant for, they are there. And the first man you are seeing there in their front, whatever, is a Nigerian man shouting, yeah, we have won. Yeah, we have won. It's a PR stunt to let you know that when Musa said, oh, some of my generals, the first batch, they got a visa. Then when we went to apply for our own visa, they said no. And suddenly your NSA, the ostrich, the imbecile that they call Ribadu said to hell, Canada can go to hell. But in response from Canada, see how they are giving you the facts and the details. They place in the front a Nigerian athlete in the front of their website. This is how you do things. Follow who know road. A country, when they get sense, this is how they respond to lunatics in that zoo called Nigeria. Those who are the business to go to the Invictus game, they are there. The game is meant for who? Wounded veterans, not for your so-called CDS. Musa, a Fulani man with a Christian name. Christopher Musa, a Fulani man with a Christian name. What an irony. And some of you fell for the nonsense. But Canada, to shame you all, to let you know that the real people that need the visa, they are already there in Canada, having a good time, competing with their peers, with injuries and other things from the war front. Not only that, follow who no road. Let me show you something else. Let's go back to the web, to the mobile page, just for you to see how you do this research sometimes, Go back to the mobile page. It's now user-friendly because I'm here on my phone and I'm using the phone to record this segment. Now, where we are now, if you now click those 3 italics up there, click on them, you go over to view results, boom. It will now show you the results of what is happening so far in that competition. As you can see, all the results, they are there. Again, you click on the white italics there, go to competitors, click on it, boom. It will now show you all the different nations competing. But what I did was, I wanted to have more detailed info about that zoo called Nigeria and the competitors they sent to Canada. You see me, I know the game that the zoo they play, so I want to take my time to see if they believe in this thing they call their quota system. When it comes to job, they say quota system. When it comes to going to school, they say quota system. But now, when it comes to this military thing where people are going to enjoy themselves in Canada, I want to test the empirical details and facts about that zoo called Nigeria. So I went in depth. I wanted to see the competitors from that zoo called Nigeria that Musa and the rest of them sent to Canada. Your guess is as good as mine. Follow me on this journey. Follow me. Watch this. We move down to the nations, go into that zoo called Nigeria, click on it, boom. And before your eyes, the first name you see there is what? Abdullah Fati Yahaya. Second one, Ayuba Amadu. Third one, Dimika Gloria. You could tell they're from the Middle Belt. The other one are the Fulani. Suddenly, when it comes to sports now, the Fulani, they are the best to go to sports. God have mercy. When it comes to sports now, the Fulani, they are the best to pick to go and compete. This is the problem with Nigeria. This is the problem with Nigeria. Let's continue. Another one, Effium Antigua. Probably this one na Calabar or something. I don't know. But Antigua sounds somehow. Next one, Gaddafi Yao Mohammed. The other one, Goza Zazi. The other one, Ifeoma Lovelin Nwangbo. Thank God, at least there's a Biafran there. The other one, Igube Festus. You could tell is the Middle Belt where this man is from. The other one, Ijigba Robinson. The other one, John David. Another name, Joseph Iheanacho. Another one, Mohammed Awal. God, Fulani. The other one, Mustafa Abdurazak, Fulani. The other one, Peacemaker Azububulam, a Biafran or a Middle Belt person. Next one, Peter Momonde, a Biafran or a Middle Belt person. Next one, Salisu Damuma, Fulani. Next one, Thomas Ame, Middle Belt or Akwa Ibom. I don't know. Next one, Vincent Tampere, Middle Belt or Akwa Ibom. I don't know. Again, the next one, Yahya Abdullahib, Fulani. And the last one, Zinkaf Godfest. You could tell it's from the Middle Belt area. What does it tell you? No Yoruba in this one. To the Yorubas. To the Yorubas. Make una open our eyes. I keep telling you guys these things. Make una open our eyes. In a competition where you choose the best to go and represent a so-called country called Nigeria, I've just read the list of the competitors. None of them was a Yoruba. Even the names that sound Biafran, as we told you, Biafra is vast, up to lower Kogi area. So those ones, they came from that middle belt area. But when you look at the map of the Biafra, you know, say, it is vast well. So yes, they may have a surname, but if you ask them, they will say they are not Biafran or whatever. So I saw the game they did here. Suddenly, in a competition in that zoo, majority are Fulani, majority are Northerners. But when it comes to football, you have a good representation whereby the Biafrans and the Yorubas, they are the ones doing the main thing. When it comes to basketball, mainly the Biafrans. Because they are the best that represent us, because most of them, they are based in the USA, where they have a better facility. Most of them, they went to school in the USA. From USA, they were drafted. When they were drafted, they now chose to play for that zoo called Nigeria. That's why you now have the very best competing at that standard. Biafrans follow who no road. So forget when this man was saying, oh, please, yes, we went there to do what we did, and at the rest, we did. If you even check their destiny, it's all there. It's all there. Forget when he was saying, we went there to compete, when we competed, and this, this. Ignore that game they're playing. The main people that needed the visa, they were all given visa to go and do what they're supposed to do. These ones that were coming to Canada, what were they coming for? You are not the coach to coach these guys. All the coaches, the training staffs, they all had their visa to go there. Why was this man going there? He went there to test the water. Because they saw what happened to Wike. You knew what Wike did in Obigbo. The record is still there. ICC, they have all the records. And you know what people like Musa and the rest of them, they did to the Biafrans. Okwama for 7 weeks. That was a genocide. And the Nigerian Zoo media, they refused to report it. Okwama. Till this day, they are buying all the Christians in Biafra land and in Nigeria. We've seen that happen. Till this day, they are buying the Biafrans because we are asking for freedom. We are asking for independence. There is a war going on in the land of Biafra. But some of you pretend not to know these things. I keep asking myself, why? Why do you pretend you don't see what is happening in Biafra land? There is a war going on. There are tankers there. Tanker, when they throw bomb, cannons, they are roaming the land of Biafra as we speak. But you pretend you don't see what's going on. None of you report it. Even after the case of Nnamdi Kanu, the so-called #1 program in that zoo that they call, the Arise News and Trending with Oji, she refused to discuss Nnamdi Kanu in her program. You say your program is trending news. I understand that. It means all the news trending in that zoo called Nigeria and all around the world, you will report it. The best of the best, the #1 trending news. But when Nnamdi Kanu's case was trending, the next day, Oji did not report it. I understand why. I understand they are going through a lot. The media, they are not free. There is a war going on in Biafra land, but they pretend not to see it. General Musa is killing the Biafran Christians in thousands, and they pretend not to see it. Today, I will do the job of the media for that zoo called Nigeria. Since they pretend that they are blind, deaf, and dumb when it comes to the affairs of the Biafrans. Today, I will present to the whole world the war happening in the land of Biafra. If you are ready, let me take you there. See the reason why Musa was denied visa, because he's a terrorist. He's a terrorist. He's killing the Christians all across Nigeria. Also in the land of Biafra. So watch this war for yourself. to the media out there, the media outlets, AIT, Arise News, Channels TV, even NTA, the dinosaur. The dinosaur called NTA News. Watch this. Something you are scared to report. Biafra Superstar Media, I will report it in this my small platform. My people, if you are ready, around the whole world, my viewers, if you are ready, I present to you the war happening in Biafra land as we speak. You will see military tank dropping bombs in the land of Biafra, killing everybody on sight. If you are ready, let's go there. Watch this. My fellow Biafrans, people all across the whole world, to the UN, ICC, USA, America, the EU, all parastatals around the whole world. What you're about to see is the war happening in the Biafra land, caused by this man they call General Musa. He is the general doing this. Watch this. You will see tankers throwing bombs in Biafra land. The war has not ended. To the president of Finland, the war has not ended. They lied to you when they told you the war was done from 1967 to 1970. The war has not ended. They are still killing us. Nigeria is still fighting the war with the Christians. What you are seeing here are tanks, military tanks, all across the land of Biafra. The media from Nigeria will never show this. They pretend everything is fine in Nigeria. They will not show this. There is a war going on in the land of Biafra. What you are seeing is a war going on, my people. There is a war going on. But we are trying our best. We are fighting back. We are defending ourselves. What you are seeing here are tankers going down. The Islamic tankers brought to kill us. Gunshots. You can hear it. It's a war going on. This is not Russia. This is not Ukraine. This is the land of Biafra. As they come, they meet their demise. They meet their Waterloo. Their water runs 100 in the land of Biafra. There's a war going on to the whole world. America, hurry to our aid. I'm calling on the President of America. Please, hurry to our aid. There is a war going on. Gunshots everywhere. Nigeria media will not show this. NTA will not show this. Arise TV will not show this. Channels TV will not show this. AIT will not show this. TVC News will not show this. They are pretenders. They hate the Christians with a passion. They know the Biafrans, we are largely Christians. They want to see us die and perish in our land. There is a war going on, my people. To the whole world, hurry to our aid. Hurry to our aid. Hurry to our aid. Let this sink into your mind. It is happening. Look at that. We are fighting back. We are defending ourselves because they have come to kill us, and the media of Nigeria has not spoken about this. When they speak about it, they shut them down, they take their license, they revoke their license, and before you know it, they are losing billions. I understand. I show empathy with them. I have empathy for them because they are losing everything as we speak. But there's a war going on, and nobody's safe from it. They strike with strike, blow for blow, bullet for bullet, cannon for cannon. There is a war going on, my people. This is not Ukraine. This is worse than the war between Russia and Ukraine. Because in this war, it's a religious war. It's about the Christians. In Biafra land, I keep saying this, 99% of us are largely Christians and traditional worshippers. So they see us as a stumbling block. They see the Biafrans as the problem. We are the ones hindering what they call the Islamization of Nigeria. In the Yoruba land, to call a spade, you already have lots of Muslims there. 70% are Muslims and 30% are Christians in Yoruba land. In the Middle Belt, it is 50-50. The only stumbling block they have is the land of Biafra. We are the ones that they are angry with, because we are the ones telling the other countrymen what is going on. So they are angry with us. They are angry with us. And today, I want to bring a new lexicon to the Biafran people. We all know about Islamization, but there's something called islamification. I repeat, there is something called islamification. ISLAMIFICATION. Indigo, Sierra, Lima, Alpha, Mike. Indigo, Foxtrot, Indigo, and the rest of them. This is the game they are playing. They pretend like we don't see what is going on. Islamification, it's more like the short-term goals and the milestones that will now lead to the long-term goal, which is Islamization. Islamification, I will explain it now for you all so you understand what's going on. It means to make a person or a thing Islamic, or more strictly Islamic in faith, culture, or character, to convert to Islam, to bring under Islamic rule. You see, the problem with us is sometimes we don't look at the words. Words, they are like spells. Words, they are like magic. Even your Dibia, your Juju man, when they are doing their, their magic, they speak out words to be spellbound. In a word, you can spell out a word. So words, they're like spells. The words you say, they are like spells. They are the ones that lead to the action. So the new word I want Biafrans to be using now is Islamification. These are the short-term goals, the milestones. For example, I need to break it down. If your journey is to go from Biafra land to New York, your long-term goal is for you to arrive in New York. The milestones will be, okay, from Biafra land, you take a flight, it might stop you somewhere in Holland or Germany. From Germany, it might now fly and stop you somewhere in Dubai, UAE. From Dubai, it will now take you down to America, New York, and all those things. So the journey of getting to that place is called the milestones. Milestones. MILETSTONE. Milestones. These are short-term goals that lead to the long-term goal, the desired goal, the target. So Islamization is happening, but there is a process to Islamization. Fellow Biafrans, follow who know road. Follow who know road. When you are doing a research, you must go in depth. You saw what happened to this man as, oh my God, Nigeria against Canada. No, Canada, they have done their research. They've carried out an empirical research. They know about this man. They know the info about this man and his men, what they are doing in Biafra land, the killing of the Christians. We thank God we now have Trump in power, and Trump is doing the needful. Let me get back to the word Islamification. Islamification. This is the new word. ISLAMIFICATION. I will break it down. It is Indigo, Sierra, Lima, Alpha, Mike, Indigo, Foxtrot, Indigo, Charlie, Alpha, Tango, Indigo, Oscar, November. You must learn to break this in this way. It will now register in your mind for the next 10 years. This is the way I do it. When you go deeper in that word, Islamification, what does it mean? To make a person or a thing Islamic. That's a very strong one. To make a person or a thing Islamic. Or more strictly Islamic. In faith, in culture, in character. to convert to Islam in faith, in culture, in character. In culture, what do you have now? Muslim tickets is synonymous to Islamification. Your culture. I told you when I was in Lagos, 1999, something strange happened when Tinubu became the governor. I was a child then, I was young. Something strange happened. All my relatives that were working in the civil service, they were wearing babariga or kaftan. The Biafrans working in the civil service, they had to change their regalia, their traditional clothes. They were now wearing kaftan to work in order to blend with the Islamic culture coming in the workplace. I noticed that stuff. It became a new trend. They will wear this long dress with a long sleeve, and the wrists are very, very big. Kaftan, they call it kaftan, babariga. This was what they changed their clothing so that you will not be seen as an Igbo man and you will lose your job. It was a new phenomenon. It is a very good example of calling something Islamification. Muslim ticket, Islamification. They've made it to now accept it. Even in faith, the Christians, they were born in the north. Even though they are Christians, they are being forced in their schools to recite the Quran. Islamification. Bringing Boko Haram to your land, saying that they have the right to go through your land and settle in your land. Islamification. That the Yorubas today, they have allowed Sharia to be in their states. Islamification. That some of the governors from Southeast, they are building mosques around, and suddenly now, every Friday, we are seeing the Biafrans who are pretending to be imams, reciting the Quran, and the rest of them preaching in the words of the Quran, something strange to us, something alien to us. Islamification. The long-run goal is Islamization. That's how you break it down. In my research, when I found this, I was blown away. So I've got so much I've been doing so far, researching about, the plan of the caliphate. To dip the Quran in the Red Sea is Islamization, but their short-term goal is to dip the Quran in River Niger, Islamification. Follow who know road. If I know this, you best believe that the Canadians, they know this. America, they know this. They've seen what is happening. That Fulani headsmen, Boko Haram, ISIS, ISWAP, Lakurawa, everybody, they are bringing them into your military. Integrating them into your military. Islamification. That is why when they come to Biafra land, they are looking for somebody. They don't find the person, but they see where young boys, they are drinking beer. They get angry. They burn down the shop, the restaurant, the bar where they are selling the beer. They break down the whole beer and they burn down the building, the shop, the bar, the business place in Biafra land where Christians are enjoying themselves over the weekend, drinking alcohol and spirit. Because the soldiers that are coming to those areas, they are Boko Haram dressed in Nigerian military uniform. To them, they see it as haram for you to be drinking alcohol. Because of that, they will shoot down the whole place, kill the young boys there, break all the alcohol, destroy everything, and burn down the building. It is a taboo to be selling alcohol in their environment. That is called Islamification. A change of the culture. A change of your way of life. You see? Think about that. Now, there is something else. They said the terms Islamification and Islamization should be avoided in the news outputs, especially in the context of non-Muslim majority countries, given it is often used in a relationship. You see, these guys know what they're talking about. They're saying people should be careful when they use those kind of words. You see? They are even being that come on in a place where you say you are living in a country where things are, you claim that, in this country it's not about this or that. You have to be careful using those terms. but it's happening in Nigeria. You see? Think about that. Nigeria is gone. That zoo is gone. And these guys, they are achieving all their short-term goals to Islamificate that zoo called Nigeria. Before your eyes, Muslim ticket is happening. When Buhari was there in power, almost all the whole parastatals were run by who? The Islamists, the Fulani Cabal and the rest of them. Now you get it. And now the Kanu's case is the same thing. The only Biafra man speaking, he's still locked up while others have been released. Now to Nigerian media, I understand you are scared to, break these things down. I understand. But you best believe that we are doing our homework. This is not 1967 to 1970 where there was no internet, where the media man was just one man speaking on the radio. No, we have passed that stage. That man's name, I forget his name every time. The only man speaking on the radio. No, this time we are speaking to the whole world. Now we are educating the whole world about what is happening in the land of Biafra. Because you guys might not understand what is going on. You say, oh no, but when someone told us they are coming, the cabal, they are coming. You guys didn't see what Nnamdi was saying. This was what he was saying. Islamification was coming. But you guys did not see it. You were saying, no, I'm still a Christian now. I go to church. I pray to Jesus and all those things. Today, the churches, they are being censored. Today, you go to church, military men will come and kill you in the church. Boko Haram will come and kill you in the church while you are praying to your God. Islamification. I rest my case. For those that have ears, let them hear. So please, to the media out there, the Biafra media out there, we must start using this word now to make you know that any action you see happening, they came to kidnap the girls, but they only come to kidnap the Christian girls. Islamification. I rest my case. Grand opening, grand closing. Biafrans follow who no road. Canada did not make a mistake. Canada did not make a mistake when they kept this man there. They saw what he was doing. But we are still fighting. We're fighting a good fight. We shall not stop. We will keep on fighting the good fight. Because we are children of God. We believe in God. Let them come. Let them come. The war is on, but the Zoom media pretend they don't know what's going on. Let them come. Before your eyes, no channel in Nigeria, no media house in Nigeria can show this, can televise this. They cannot do it. They pretend everything is fine. Even my father told me, oh my God, my father told me during the Biafran war, in the Southwest, what they call Southwest now, they didn't see the impact of 3 million children killed. They didn't know there was a genocide. People were still partying in the Southwest. They didn't see it because the media refused to televise it. The Biafran war was not televised in Nigeria. This was the instruction given by Britain. Do not televise the killing of God's people. It's happening now again. It's happening again, but they pretend not to see it. It's happening again, my people. They pretend not to see it. This same thing happened from 1967 to 1970. Muslims coming to kill Christians in a genocide called war. The same thing Hitler did to the Jews. It was replicated in the land of Biafra. But again, the war, they pretended. Nigeria pretended. The other regions did not see the war. The same way it's going on now. What you are seeing now is happening. It is happening. It happened this week. What you are seeing here happened this week. It's happening every day. But they pretend not to see it. They don't televise it. Rufai Oseni, go and do your job. You claim to be the best journalist in Nigeria. Go and do your job. But report the truth to the whole world. Don't be a local champion. Go and do your job. You've got a job to do. Let the news be out there in the world. I rest my case. May God bless you. The war is going on, but we shall win. Victory is ours. Victory is ours. God bless you, and God bless Biafra.
Biafra must be restored, for there is nothing the enemies can do about it. You brought Biafra that light may come into Africa. You gave us hope because we are in a continent of hopelessness. And by thy grace, Biafra shall be restored. We shall be resurrected. We shall crown our efforts with the glory by the grace of the Most High Himself. We are not strong. We do not pretend to be strong. All we do is to submit ourselves to your will, that your will may be done upon our lives. We have lost many people. We have lost so many good people. Their sacrifice will never be forgotten. We shall honor them, and for their sake, Biafra will come. Because we are wandering all over the world, hoping against every hope that things will turn around for the better. It has never turned around for the better. Instead, it is getting worse. Please do not abandon your children. You have given us a commission, and we must accomplish it in our lifetime. Our enemies are equally important because they must listen. Those who do not love the truth must listen. Those who are beholden to darkness, they must also listen. For we are here to bring light upon a very darkened continent without Biafra. Africa is nothing without Biafra. There is no difference between a black man and a wild animal in the forest. We say with every ounce of conviction. I welcome each and every one of you. If you're joining us for the very first time, this is Radio Biafra. This is how we do it. We magnify the name of the Most High before we do anything. That is why we are exceptionally formidable. That is why